Okie dokie. Today we're going to talk about 5 things or 5 misconceptions about Teslas in general. Number 1, charging. I'm going to start FSD here. People say that it's really annoying to charge your car. Like, you know, it's so much quicker to just go to a gas station and fill up your tank. Well, yeah, that makes perfect sense to prefer gasoline, because it is quicker, right? Like, you just like, you're done after like 5-10 minutes or whatever, however big your gas tank is. That makes perfect sense. But if you're the type of person like me that just uses your car to go to work, to travel around town, even to go, you know, a state or two over, you have plenty of time to charge at your house. You don't ever need to go to a station to charge up. So like when people are saying, oh, it takes 15 minutes, even the quickest charging takes 15 minutes. Why does that matter when you can charge when you're asleep? You're not going 24 hours a day. Do you expect your car to go 24 hours a day? If you are not going 24 hours a day, you have to sleep. While you're sleeping, plug your vehicle in. Really easy. I've been getting away with a level 1 charger. You know, level 2 is obviously preferred, and I have a level 2 set up right now because I'm planning on doing some like longer trips in the future, and I wanted to be able to charge quicker. But level 1 was working out, like, as you know, just topping off and stuff like that every once in a while. 2, missing buttons, right? Your touchscreen is the majority of things that you interact with on the car, right? I mean, you have your blinkers over here, your high beams and low beams, your voice control, song stuff over here. You got microphones so you can talk to your car. You got windshield wipers. You got your speed controls and FSD controls on the steering wheel, and of course, like the horn. But the rest of the controls are on the touchscreen, and pretty much everything in the car, it's not a button. You actuate on the touchscreen, except for like the trunk. You know, there's a button on the trunk. There's buttons on the doors. On all the doors, there's a get out button. There's a manual lever as well, plus like the window controls. But I don't even drive the car anyway. So if you're getting it for FSD, it doesn't really matter. But if you are driving the car, it is still all your main controls are still right here. The controls that you need to access the most without taking your hands off the wheel are all mounted on the wheel. So not having physical buttons everywhere doesn't really matter. And you can set up these scroll wheels to do pretty much anything. You can set it for like the speed you're going. You can set it up for, you know, air conditioning controls, you know, like HVAC stuff. You can set it up for a lot of different things. Right now I have it set up to where like one button controls my glove box, because I didn't want to go into the menu for the glove box if I need some, you know, my paperwork or whatever out of there. If I get pulled over, or I should say if FSD gets pulled over, because I'm not driving, it's FSD. And if you're a modern human, you're pretty much used to touchscreens, because you're on your phone, you're on a tablet, you're on a computer all day anyway, like you're used to it. Number 3, your battery degrades, which is true. Everything degrades. Your battery does too, but at what degree does it degrade? Now that's the question, right? So I've seen some first generation Teslas, you know, 200, 300,000 miles on it, and they're still getting 200 plus miles of range. And I think they were pretty much advertised at around 200 something new. So how much loss has actually occurred? Like 5 or 10% over, you know, 15 years or however long they were around for, on the road for. So when people say like the batteries are degrading at an accelerated rate and it's just like your battery's ruined, you got to replace the battery, otherwise, you know, your range is really suffering. And it's like, what, by 5%, 10%? And as the batteries have gotten better, because they're better now than they were, they're even better now, right? You get more range, you get less loss, they're less sensitive to things, because the computer's controlling preconditioning and doing this and doing that to protect itself. It's good. Number 4, also battery related, the battery is going to explode. I think there was like a total of 200 something cases total, and I don't even think all of those were malfunction related, because a lot of them were just like, you know, it crashed into, you know, a lake of fire, and it's like the car burned. It's like, well, yeah, the car burned. You're in fire. You know, you're driving through hell. 200 something cases out of how many million have been sold and are on the road? You know, how many years are we talking about? Like, I don't know when the first Tesla was built, but it was a good while ago, right? So 200 something cases of Teslas burning, and the news just blew it up like, oh my God, if you got
if you got a Tesla, especially a Tesla, you're gonna be in trouble. Like 2 or 3 days after you buy the Tesla, your car's gonna explode.
It's like, no, it's not. I mean, it might, right? Like if you're one of those 200 where some weird freak accident happened, but it's like, how many gasoline vehicles have blown up through the years? Actually, how many gasoline vehicles have blown up in that same time period as Teslas have been on the road? And even with the same amount, like take 1 million Teslas and 1 million gasoline cars, and then what's the ratio there? I guarantee you the gasoline cars burn more than the electric cars. Guaranteed. Fact check me on that, because maybe I'm wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure about that. Number 5, as you can see, we're in traffic right now. We're on the highway. We got full self-driving 13.2.9 going, and it's safe. I haven't had a single instance in about, I think, 300 miles, something like that. I've owned this car for about 300 miles. Not a whole long time, right? But I haven't had to intervene a single time due to safety. I have had to intervene when it takes me to a business, right? And instead of going to the front, I want to go to the back of the business or something like that. I've had to intervene, but nothing safety related. The car has full situational awareness, and it sees things better than me. Maybe not with as much clarity as my eyeballs, but it sees all around the car, and it's way more aware of what's going on than I am, and any human is. So I trust it 100%. Even my wife trusts it, and she hated the idea of robots. She hated the idea of self-driving cars. She hated Teslas, and she loves it, and she trusts it. So if she can trust it, you can trust it. Anyway, so those are 5 things, 5 big misconceptions. There's other misconceptions out there, but those are the 5 really big ones that I see. I see people talk about them all the time. Well, what about the battery? What about this? What about that? If you have no test drive experience, you've never sat in one, you know, it's really hard to actually accurately judge something until you've actually had hands-on experience with it. And me, having owned it for, you know, and using it as my daily driver to get around to work, get around town, it's been one of the best life decisions I've ever made for myself and for other people on the road too, because when you're using FSD, you are safer because you're not involving yourself in the chaos that is traffic. Have a good day. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in a future video.